Good afternoon, volleyball fans, and welcome to the Asian Women's Club Volleyball Championship 2016 Battle for Third. And before we begin our match, let us meet our officials to help officiate this match. Our first referee, Nahoko Watanabe from Japan. Our second referee, Chu Yute from Taipei. And now, let us meet the starting lineup for Altay VC, Kazakhstan. Starting with number 1, Haley Spellman. Number 2, Sana Anarkulova. Number 3, Olga Biryukova. Number 9, Irina Lukomskaya. Number 14, Alesha Safronova. Their libero, number 4, Alia Sanikova. And coaching Altay VC Kazakhstan is Coach Burhan Jabolat. Now, here is the starting lineup for Bangkok class Thailand. Starting with number 5, team captain Plumjit Ninkao. Number 8, Willavan Apineabo. Number 10, Junarat Montripila. Number 11, Ponpon Getbay. Number 16, Ashley Frazier. Number 20, Wang Wei Gok. Their libero, number 15, Tikapon Shankiao. And of course, coaching Bangkok last Thailand is Coach Pornshet Yok. Good luck to both teams.
Alright, just a reminder to everyone, please make sure the flashes on your cell phones and cameras are off. Thank you. Start of the first set, first to serve for Altay VC Kazakhstan. Number 9, Irina Lukomskaya. First point courtesy of Junarat Montripila. Service ace. Serving number 20, Wang Wei Gok. One's out. Olga Biryukova. Now serving for Kazakhstan, number 3, Olga Biryukova. Reserved a towel. 2, serving 3. Ashley Fraser. Serving for Bangkok Glass. Amy Spellman. Serving number 16, Ashley Fraser. That's an ace. Violation. First technical timeout in set number 1. Serving for Bangkok Glass, Thailand, number 16, Ashley Fraser. Service ace. Timeout. Altay VC, Kazakhstan. If I'm more serving, Ashley Fraser. That one's off. Now serving for Altay VC Kazakhstan, number 1, Haley Spellman. serving, number 5, team captain, Jin Nikao. Net violation. Serving number 2, Sana Atankulova. Service long. Point for Bangkok Glass, Thailand. Now serving, number 11, Poon Genpan. That's a point. 12 serving 5. And his Pelman gets the point back for Kazakhstan. Now serving, number 14, Anisha Safranova. Right of back. Serving for Bangkok Glass, Thailand, number 8, Willavan Abinayabo. Timeout, Altay VC Kazakhstan.
But you must come every ball. Back.
Two timeouts already for Altay VC Kazakhstan. Serving, number 8, Willavan Abinayabo. Service error. Serving for Altay VC, number 9, Irina Luzovskaya. Fraser. Quad now serving for Bangkok Glass.
Block hit there. You know, Fraser was an All-American selection finalist for excellence for both on and off the court. And you know what her degree is in college?
What?
She had a 3.9 GPA for business administration, major in management and marketing.
Wow.
Yeah, smart.
And had time to study and play volleyball as well.
Yeah.
In the meantime, that was delivered upon by Viryakova. Thailand is just so disciplined when they play. The first ball is handled so well. We'll talk more about that when we return. It is 16-8 Bangkok Glass.
Different kinds of plays for them.
Jutarat Montepilla will serve, and even their serve is so disciplined, and that will stay down.
That ball got caught in the net, so there was a slight change in direction and speed.
As delivered by number 18, Anikonova. Anikonova. Her first name is simple and easy. Christina. The attack in play. And the counter-attack finds its way home. And that was well said by Lukumskaya.
And Biryukova just really avoided the blockers. You've got two blockers in the middle. She redirected that ball, angled it to zone 5, and that gave them the point.
It is 10-16. Anikonova. The quick, alive but not for long. You know, when the Thais suddenly feel they're getting bored with the game, they'll come up with a combination that finds its way to score.
And it's just really a perfect back set to Plumjit. The blockers of the Kazakhs were really separated. That's why the ball of Plumjit was able to easily go through them.
Number 5, Plumjit Tinkao, taking the upper hand now is still Thailand at 17-10. That's long.
Yeah, at that time, Montripilla tried to avoid their libero because she went to dive for that ball, and maybe that's the reason why, you know, the adjustment was made at the last minute, so the ball flew out.
Number 9 is out. Number 16.
Tikapon Chinkao is such a fast-moving libero for Thailand. And now the serve will belong to number 6.
Number 6, Rimerly Santos Perez.
Filipina siguro to. She might be Filipino, siya si Santos Perez name, or she might be Latin American in ethnic origin. In the meantime, it is 17-12.
Yes, Santos Perez, Ray Merrily, is one of the imports, one of the 3 imports of the Kazakhs.
Sounds like the name of a good doctor. You're going to have yourselves checked up by Dr. Santos Perez. 12-17. Ashley. The set. Nice ding. But kept in play by Santos Perez. From the middle. Biryukova.
And you know, the good thing about the Kazakhs is they move their sets. They distribute it around so that you're left guessing as to who's going to hit the ball next.
If the Kazakhs start getting warmed up here, the Thais could be in.
End of timeout. Primarily Santos Perez serving for Altay BC Kazakhstan. Serving 17. Now serving, number 5, Lujit Tingkao. Serving for Kazakhstan, number 2, Sana Anarkulova. Please turn off the flash on your cell phone. The guy up the bleachers, thank you. Pakipatay lamang mo yung flash na inyong telepono. Salamat. Oh, grabe yung klaba. Serving 20. Serving number 14, Alessia Safronova. Serving 20. Altay reaching Kazakhstan with a block.
They don't just jump up, but they have that proper timing. So you have to go around those blockers and don't challenge them directly.
Safronova. Safronova again. From the back row we go. Chankao keeping it in play. The reverse. Oh! Yes, they'll call it clean. Looked like a bit of an overreach, but they call it clean.
And Biryukova, after that tip, look at that. She tips it right down, looks a little bit at Willavan.
And as if she's avoiding the net, but that's a lot more body language on that one than we can see. Timeout taken. number 14, Safronova, will continue to serve. Alicia. Ooh, messed up reception there. The set. That did not go through. That was too tight to begin with. Santos Perez had a difficult time in that set there.
That was full force from Ngokwa. In that block, she read who the attacker was going to be and timed it perfectly.
My feeling is Ngok might, her origins might be from Vietnam, really.
Yes, she is the import of Thailand from Vietnam. She looks it.
Yep, and the name seems to give her away in that regard as well. Some changes being made. The other libero of Kazakhstan will see action. That's Izao, replacing the other libero who has done her job as well. The other libero was Sadyukova. So look at this. It's 20-21. Looks Kaya with her serve. Regalo! And that is a gift.
And you know, it almost was kept alive by the foot of one of the players of the Thai team, but it went straight to the net.
I have to forgive the use of the Filipino term because when you say regalo, it's a gift. It's almost like a gift, really. If you look at it. And the serve by Lukumskaya. The set. Oh! Ashley Fraser finding a way to score and getting her team out of trouble there.
Yeah, that was something that is badly needed by the Thai team. There goes that hit. She went for a cross court because it was just wide open. No blockers there.
Here's Ngok with her serve. Bit of an overset. Oh, yes, sir! No problem that time for Biryukova.
Heated that hit by Biryukova.
And Olga using full extension to tie up this set at 22.
Now serving number 3, Olga Biryukova.
Here comes Olga's serve. Tenkao gets to it. To the other side. That is caught in the water.
No coverage there for the Thai team. That was a wall right there.
And better blocking now by Kazakhstan. You pointed it out at the start of the coverage that this is one of the strengths of their game. Biryukova, Olga Biryukova will serve. Oh, too hot to handle. Too hot to handle. And look at this. Kazakhstan is at set point.
That was a good run there from the libero, Tikapon, but you know, with all the effort, it was just the service of Olga Biryukova just proved to be really, really strong. Look at how she tried to save it.
And swinging back to live action, the serve of Olga is still in play. There's a push. Chenkao gets to it. Fraser. Better defense by Kazakhstan now. The setup job. It will stay down. And Kazakhstan coming from behind to take the first set, 25-22. May have happened that Thailand just relaxed a bit too early, Chiki.
Yeah, I think they were very quiet. It wasn't the normal Thai team that you would see in an opening set, but maybe we'll see a different Thai team in the second set.
And the first set going the way of Kazakhstan, Altay BC, 25-22. care of the serve, and so many other players just came to the fore to be able to keep the team in business. Olga Biryukova wearing number 3 for the Kazakhstan Altay BC.
There's Irina Lukomskaya, the setter of Kazakhstan.
And she did a very good job of distributing the leather to her teammates. I think Thailand fell into a wrong sense of security in that set. And they thought they had the set already, but Kazakhstan had other ideas.
And now look who's going to serve.
And
Ashley Fraser.
Let's see if they can get her team off to a good start. And they do.
Her services, her balls are just really so fast that maybe when you're inside the court, you would hardly see the ball get in.
I agree. And there's a tendency, there's fear in your hearts right away. And you see the ball being tossed, and Olga says, I'm not afraid. Olga is blocked, and it is 2-0. Biryukova all dressed up and nowhere to go.
Full force in that net with Plumjit and Ponpun blocking the hit of Olga. Even with that much power in her arms, couldn't do anything with that block.
And Fraser is still serving. Third serve by Fraser. Olga keeping it in play. Nicely done. They got on top of the set there. Anikonova, no problem that time. Christina going full extension there.
You know, Christina Nikonova didn't really hit that ball hard.
Yes,
and the
I agree.
defense of the Thai team really backed up because they thought she was going to hit it hard. And then suddenly she changes her mind and puts it to zone 6.
This serve is out of the control. And Lukomskaya wasting the serve. It is 3-1 in favor of Bangkok Glass.
Now serving for Thailand.
To Jamit Tengkao, and that'll go inside.
A good reaction there by Willavan. Pinyapong saw that that ball was ripe for the picking, hits it hard, earns the point.
More service duties for Plumjit Tengkao. Set up Jal Muskaya. Oh, full extension, not exactly hardly hit, but just enough to create the point.
That's right. And in that last play, the service was given to Olga Biryukova, but no problem. She was ready to hit that ball.
On deck to serve, number 3, Olga Bilyukova.
Tengkao. That is outside.
That one's out.
It was way wide by Willavan. She was trying to avoid the blockers.
You know, the Thai players are a bit like the Filipino players. They also, it's giggle. The word there is giggle, and they get to be overexcited over wanting to score. This is a bit messed up, and it is.
That's an ace.
And you know, the Kazakhs, they've been doing this in their past games, scoring from the service zone. They attack from the service zone. And that's good because you give your teammates time to rest a little bit.
Potporn Gedar asking for a better set from her teammates, and she helps create it. You know what I like about the setter of Thailand, that's number 11, Porn Gedar. She contorts her body in such a way you don't know where she's going actually.
That's right. And in that last play, Ngokwa was the one who finished it with a tip.
She doesn't go straight up. She twists her body at the last moment. Oh, it's up in the air. No problem that time. Anrukova, her shot muzzled. Olga. It becomes a set for Anrukova. Better volleyball here in the second set. Olga. Tengkao. Reached for. And this is the longest exchange. Not. Oh, it's outside.
That's out.
I thought that ball did not really hit the palm of...
It sounded that way, no?
Yeah, of Haley Spellman's hand.
And that's why she ended up out of control.
Right.
She wanted to wrist it to go down the line. Oh, right down the middle. No problem that time for Aranak Lukova.
And you know, that's something that is not normal for the Thai team to do, which is just to watch the ball fall on their side of the floor.
I agree. You know, for the Thai teams that we have observed, they always dive for every ball.
Right.
It's a matter of life or death. And it's now Kazakhstan just an inch closer, but they waste the serve. It's 7-5, Bangkok glass.
Good eye there from Fraser, not trying to get that ball anymore.
With the man serving.
Good serve. Lumoskaya. Oh!
You could see her form when she went up for that hit. It was just textbook. Look at this. 1-2 up, hits that ball, no blockers. The Thai team were just confused as to who the next attacker was going to be.
Haley's Comet going straight and through there.
That's right.
Down the middle we go. Kept in play by Ezal, and that is inside. And Kazakhstan is all business here, tying up the second set.
That ball rolled on the net. That's why it was difficult for the Thai team to figure out where it was going to land.
So Spellman will still be serving, a chance to grab the lead before the technical timeout, but wastes the serve. And Thailand has its heads above the surface as we hit the first technical timeout of set number 2. Women's Club Championship in Banyan Laguna, the Philippines. 8-7 is the count. This is the battle for the bronze medal. Last day of competition. The serve in play. Kazakhstan, Altay BC, the team on the right of your picture, against Bangkok Glass of Thailand to the left. In play. Spellman, yes sir.
Haley Spellman.
Haley's Comet right there. That was a good call.
Flies,
yeah.
She gets a little more height as well.
Right. And her arm swing is so fast. That's why the ball goes really fast and really hard.
When she's trying to squeeze the trigger, she's fully loaded, but the serve is wasted.
2 service errors at my count in this set.
Sadyokova is the other libero for Kazakhstan. She alternates with number 10, that's Izao. Close battle at the net. Kept in play by Gepard. The strike by Fraser.
And Fraser takes her turn, hitting that ball hard. That was a difficult angle. It almost seemed like it's a cut shot.
In the future, more volleyball players will be this tall. They will get taller and taller as the generations continue to evolve. In the meantime, that is out of reach. It is now 9-10 in favor of still Thailand, but Kazakhstan will obtain the serve.
Look at Olga go. And she's in front, so your blockers have to be on their toes.
She's long.
Yes.
Out of reach. Faulty reception by Thailand, which is where Maliwan Pamplonong messing that up.
Because the services of the Kazakhs team is really loaded. It's not just coming from one player, but it's like the entire team has that technique that you score from the service zone.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
And you can see the expression on Plumjit's face. That was enough. She wanted to get the point for her team.
Plumjit Tangkao says, thank you. Got it right in the bottom there.
Number 16, Ashley Fraser.
Fraser is back to where she began. Nice touch. Nice reach. Chenkao. joust at the net, and that's inside. It is tied at 11.
Yeah, the blockers were there ready for that because it was a difficult first ball, nowhere else to go but to the open. And it was even a little bit close to the net. That's why it was easy for the Kazakhs blockers to get that ball.
I like your point. There was really nowhere to go. The entire building was locked up together, nowhere to enter. Repeat of that same play. No dice on this one. This one is perfect. No problem for Olga Biryukova.
And it was a smart move too because Ponpun was a smaller blocker. That's where she put the ball for an easy point.
But you like what Ponpun Gepard is doing right now. She's talking to her teammates. Hey, right on my back. We are going somewhere here. Stay steady. Ooh, Changao. Is she still alive after that? I think she is. That was standing in the back of power. And that is what the libero's work did to her teammates, inspiring her teammates to play defense as well.
You know, Luboskaya has been going to Olga almost all the time, and that's why the defense of Thailand knows already where the next ball is going to be given to.
And they knew exactly where she was going to go.
That's right.
Nope, messed up. Olga Rusnakoya unable to, Biryukova unable to handle it. 13-12. To Jimit Chankao. Lumuskaya. Fraser digging it up. To the other end we go. Stays down.
Even if you've got two tall blockers in front of Willavan, she went to a down-the-line hit.
And it is a 2-point lead for Bangkok Glass. Muskaya setting up. Net touch. Goodbye, Thailand. Making it a 13-14 second set. If you just joined us, first set going the way of Kazakhstan, 25-22. Close to the net we go. That is rejected. Recoils. Joust. And a point for Thailand.
Again now, Willavan, when the ball is given to her, she finds ways and means to get that ball over despite the tall blockers.
Number 11,
Gepard will be serving. His tireless setter. Nice dig. Ooh, looked like a clean set, but that was misjudged by Arnokova. And that'll stay down low.
That was full force on the net there by the Kazakhs. I mean, you could see their hands were way above the net, and it seemed like they were reaching for the ball across the net, and that's really how you should be blocking.
Well, if you're playing against the Kazakhs, you better bring your A game. This is such a tall team to spike against. Willavan taking care of business there. It's a 2-point lead for Thailand in the second set. We are at the second technical timeout.
เด้งกลับมาเดี๋ยวเล่นต่อได้ครับดีแบบนี้ดีวางเด้งกลับมาเขาดีอะไรต้องระวังเพราะเขาเป็นบล็อกขึ้นมาเราเล่นดูจังหวะช่องใจเย็นอย่าดึงเกมมันจะช้าตีไป
That's the end of the second technical timeout at set number 2. Score 16 serving 14. Serving for Bangkok Glass Thailand, number 8, Willavan Viniapo. That's a net touch violation. Ball. Substitution for Altay VC Kazakhstan. Number 1 is out. Number 6, Primarily Santos Perez is in. Number 9 is out. Number 16, Ina Bankayeva is in. Now serving, number 6, Primarily Santos Perez. Serving. That ball's out, point for Kazakhstan. Sana Malkolova now serving. Serving.
She gave that ball right to Ponpon.
Middle attack.
That was a smart reply there from Olga.
You know, if you watch volleyball very closely, it approximates any martial arts you can think of. It's almost like a boxing match, both fighters slugging at each other here.
That's right.
And with the sounds emanating from the spikes, you can feel as if they're throwing blows at each other. Oh, will they call it? No, they won't. Thailand hoping for an overreach there. The Japanese referee says, go away. Domo, I got it. Go away. Thank you.
Plumjit was saying that there was a net touch.
And I think a bit of an overreach also. But no, the Japanese says, the Japanese referee says,
Yeah, I
just
thought
no way.
the ball was in the right plane, imaginary plane, but it was a free ball.
No, life has a way of equalizing. Like they got this bad serve. It's now 18-17.
Yeah,
Thailand is worried because it could be a turning point. They don't want to be down 2-0.
that's right.
Now serving.
Muskai has been doing a good job setting. That will not work.
And again, they go to Olga, who delivers.
Santos Perez also doing a good job as setter as well.
Now serving of IBC.
That's a mishit, but they'll take it.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it hardly hit the hand of Plumjit, but it did the job. She really target zone 6 because there was a real big hole there.
She'll take it.
Yeah, she'll take it.
Now serving for Thailand.
Here's Ashley. Ooh, facial. Counter hit that time by Anna Kolova.
That was beautifully done there. Beautifully executed by the Thai team.
Watch it again.
You think
yes,
it's
sir.
legit, and then suddenly it's Willavan. So did you see those blockers were confused? They didn't know who to block.
They ended up jumping up and down with nowhere to go. It is 20. Entering the first time, Sudata Chulim.
Yeah, I think that was defensive effort there from Coach K, because Sudata is a defense specialist.
And they get dividends out of that change, and she will continue to serve her team ahead 21-18 to Wolim. know, volleyball is a tough game to master. So many skills to master. And that threw off the defense completely. Kazakhstan melting here.
You know, Sutada was in the U23, under 23. And she was one of the key players there.
A joyful time team. It's hunted. Kazakhstan has this look of concern. Look at the exuberance.
Yeah. Just when she was put in place, you know, she performs.
And
that's what you're supposed to do.
And so far, she's contributed 2 points.
Yes.
Coming off the bench, replacing Fraser. Anarkulova in the back row. Anarkulova again. Santos Perez. And Olga taking care of business there.
Substitutions.
Again, it's Olga who's delivering the point for the Kazakhs.
22-19 is the count here.
I do want to see some combination plays from the Kazakhstan team because they do have good first balls.
They seem to be content. They like to go cross court. They like to go down the line, but have not done too many quicks this afternoon.
Yeah, that's true.
Gepard. And a block! Solid!
The blocking of the Kazakhs are just so well placed. You're really going up against the wall. Just look at the arms, the arm extension. It's almost like a dance in the air. They don't touch the net. They extend their arms. Good job.
Wait a minute. Timeout was taken and Thailand needs to talk things over. You know, this is being fought very fiercely because, you know, you'd like to ride the airplane going home with a medal on in your suitcase or on your neck going home because, you know, if you're fourth place, then win the bronze medal. So Kazakhstan is long way off. Thailand is just nearby. So in the meantime, excellent reach that time by Anarkulova. Olga.
Olga again going in between those blockers, using her height, using her power. Look at the strength in that hit. Blockers were there. They were covering the cross court, but it was such an angled hit. Blockers were just no use.
22-21, Thailand, though, still in the lead. Gepard goes the other direction. You know, the smart thing by the Thais, they're trying to use a lot of different approaches. They send it to the other, and the blocks are there, but unable to handle it.
Yeah, the blockers of the Kazakhs were not deceived by the play called
That's
by
what I wanted to say. That was better said. Because the blockers said, no way, we're not going with you. You can run all you want. We don't care. We know where this is going.
That's right.
Tied at 22. It goes over.
I'm pretty sure there was like her heartbeat stopped for a moment. And then suddenly the ball went in. Point for them.
Thailand tried to manage the crisis they're in. They're down by 1.
There goes the serve of Irina Lukovskaya that hit the net. They thought that it wasn't going to go in, and that's why it's very important that you don't have your back facing the net. You always have to look at the ball for moments like those.
Gepard's style is she likes to turn her back to the ball of the serve, actually. She turns right away. Bang. But she had no second ball to work with. And now Kazakhstan finds itself at set point.
And you know, the Kazakhs are really doing a good job earning the point from the service zone. So now the Thai team brings back Ashley Fraser.
Pulling at Lim, who had 3 service attempts, and now it is set point.
They need an attack from the back row, and that's why Ashley's back.
Nicely done.
But the team captain says, okay, I'll take this one.
Let's save 1 set point here.
The blockers of Kazakhstan weren't together at that time. That's why the ball of Plumjit sailed away.
In the air we go. Get hard. Blocked. Kazakhstan really relying on its blocking. It is there!
The blockers knew that the ball was going to go to Willavan, and Willavan, since she's faced with 2 big blockers, what do? She was in position. She couldn't adjust anymore. There goes her hit. So with 2 big blockers in front, just hit it as hard as you can, hoping that it would go off the block. But the blockers were just really consistent with how they block.
And first to serve for Kazakhstan, number 9, Irina Milovskaya. That's the first point of the set by a block. Correction, Olga Biryakova. serving 2. For serving for Thailand. Sana Nankanova. Christina Anikanova serving. Williman off the block. Anyone now serving. Sana Anarkulova. Now serving for Kazakhstan, number 1, Amy Spellman. Williman. Safronova. Sana Nankanova now serving. That block is out. Serving for backup last time. Number 5, Lutin Kinga.
Again, Willivan with an in between the blocks. A while ago, she was always blocked by the Kazakhs, but now she's found her groove. You see?
She knows how to find those little crevices, those little
Yeah,
spaces.
she saw that the blockers had a big gap in between them, so she took advantage of that.
6-5. Hello, full extension.
Olga Biryukova is only 22 years old. You can just imagine, all 6'3" of her, what a swing. And the blockers really could not do anything about that. She uses her height and a fierce power. But then, momentum was stopped there.
Reality comes back.
Yeah.
Come on, you. And it is 6-7, 7-6, as Thailand will obtain the serve. Gepard. That's in play. That is in play. Countermeasure against each other. The thighs winning out. It's 8-6. They are into the technical timeout ahead, 8-6.
Maybe sometimes try this, or we are, but last time, okay, don't show height, they
างนะยิบถูกแล้วยิงตำแหน่งถูก
Pablo doing this for you, and this is the battle for the bronze medal. Kazakhs playing well, leading in the set count, 2-0. Gepard serving. Boy, the Kazakhs' confidence is growing with every passing point.
That's right. And why not? They've got 2 sets up. And now they are slowly catching up to the Thai team.
This has been the trend of the match. The Thais will lead it, and then suddenly the Kazakhs get their bearings. Lukomskaya's serve, and Fraser, that shot is out. Oh, they correct it. It is inside. It is overruled.
Violation on Kazakhstan.
The Japanese referee, first referee, says it is
inside.
Yes, it is Thai's point and serve. 9-7. Fraser will be serving. Here we go again. Cannonball.
Good save.
Outside.
The block is out.
Kazakhs trying to pull a fast one by working the angles there, but they've fallen behind by 3.
Okay, we got you.
In that timeout, Coach Kanbulat said that please, really appealing to the team, do not touch the net, have some good services, just get rid of the service, kill this one by having a good first ball and a good attack, so that Fraser can rotate. And that's exactly what they did.
That ball ricocheted so powerfully. I thought it'd go up to here in the upper box section where we are. It is now 8-10. Kazakhs still playing catch-up, and they will continue to play catch-up here.
Coach Kanbulat isn't really happy with that long ball.
Survey number 20,
Coach Burhan Saik Kanbulat of Kazakhstan. Thai's bearings getting to be a little more together here.
Yeah, the first ball proved to be very difficult for Kazakhstan. That it had a misreceive, it went over the net, and Plumjit's there, so you wouldn't want that repeated.
I wonder if the Kazakhs still have that comeback quality here in this third set. Nice use of the elbow.
Good save.
Yes, indeed. Lumoskaya. Excellent saving by both. That's out.
That's what you call gigil in Tagalog.
Yeah, it was over anxiousness. It is now 9-12 as Kazakhstan will obtain the serve. All set to serve will be Annie Konova.
Christina Nikonova now serving.
In play. Close to the net. They have to lift it up. Free ball. They're hoping for 4 touches, but they'll get it the other way.
I thought that was 4 touches. Ponpun with that setup goes to Maliwan. No blockers in front of her, and she just loved that.
close to the net. That is jam.
They read that well. The Kazakhs read that last play of the Thai team very well.
And they knew that Gepard would suddenly be a striker rather than a setter.
Number 9 is out. Number 16,
You know, these teams, they scout each other. So
I'm
whenever
sure, yeah.
Ponpun gets a first ball, she's going to get that set up.
Now serving number 6, primarily Santos Perez.
Santos Perez and her serve.
Good first ball.
Combination play by Thailand. Kolova's shot being played out. Lifted into the air by Matvieva. Kept in play. But wait.
Net violation.
Net violation.
Yeah, there was a net violation, and I'm pretty sure Coach Canbulat is going to call for a timeout soon, because he just said in the last timeout, no net touches, short services, and it's not being played here by the Kazakhs.
Ina. Fraser. Out of reach. Out of play.
That was a no-look hit there from Fraser. She was facing cross-court and then suddenly tips that ball over to zone 1 for a down the line. Look at this.
I think
No
Coach
look.
Canbulat is just waiting for the technical timeout to be called.
That's right.
Rather than waste another timeout. Ina. She's getting muzzled now. She's getting neutralized by the Thai defense. And she is again. Ina Matvieva, nowhere to go. Kazakhstan below, at this point, 16-10. Technical timeout. Then the bronze medal goes to the Kazakhstan team. Change in the lineup. It is number 16, Matvieva, who goes out. And Lukumskaya comes back in. Santos Perez also goes out. And Spellman is back in. They use a 9-woman rotation. About 9 or 10.
Number 8, Willivan.
Olga. Gepard to Fraser. Fraser says, let's recycle. That is caught.
Fast reflexes from the Kazakhs.
And they were on to what Gepard wanted to do.
That's right.
Gepard trying to pull a fast one there. 11-16 tally now. Anarkulova. Fraser. Dug up. No, not dug up.
With a fast play like that, it's really hard to block a Plumjit. There's that back set. She was running, and yet there was just a single blocker there.
And Plumjit and Kao has just made it 17-11. And she's serving. You know, that's what we call puto.
Yeah.
To keep it in play. Long. Kazakhs showing a bit of frustration here.
There was no wrist action there.
I agree.
And the hit of Olga Biryukova.
18-11 count here.
Timeout, Altay VC, Kazakhstan.
Timeout taken by Kazakhstan.
We try same first set maximum. Go. Yok shot. But we must turn court. Maybe we have one more set. We give and 3-1 again. Don't report. But we said don't. Okay. Now true try. Receive good. Speak. Don't stop. We are game. We are nation. Don't stop. Okay. Wake up. Wake up. Please.
That's the end of their timeout.
18-11. Rumjit. Fraser jousting.
Wow, good effort
That
there.
could have been one more.
Yeah.
Could have been one more, but Sajokova didn't lift it high enough.
Substitution for Altay VC, Kazakhstan. Number 14 is out. Number 7, Ina German is in.
Ina German seeing action for the first time. Down the middle. German.
Ina German.
German with a performance right away there. As soon as she was brought in, brings in the point from that misreceive.
Current count is 12-19.
Now serving number 7, Ina German.
That is caught.
That was full force. The blockers of Kazakhstan, look at how their arms just went above as if they were going to reach out for that ball, and wow, that ball just had nowhere else to go.
All tentacles there. 13-19. German. It's inside. It's hands down.
You know, normally the Thai team would follow the ball until they were really sure if that ball was outside. But that particular time, they just watched it drop.
It is now 14-19. And swiftly, there's a reply.
Ngokwa. She's 28 years old, and she's also a member of the Vietnam national team. In fact, she's the #1 spiker of the national team.
(2014) Ngok brings it over. Sajokova keeping it in play. Oh, well done. Open spot.
That was a confusing play there from Ponpun. I mean, you could see the smiles of the Kazakhs. They were just really tricked. See? They didn't know who. They thought it was Ngoko who was going to hit the ball, and then suddenly it was Maliwan, and they were just too late for that.
They could not lift it up. Excellent connection by Haley Spellman. All set to serve for all of us is Lukomskaya.
Lukomskaya is also a member of the Kazakhstan's national team.
Nowhere to go.
Olga, on the other hand, is not yet in the national team. So maybe, you know, after this performance.
Maybe.
Look
she
at
has
that.
height, she has length,
Yes.
she has power, and it's a 5-point gap Kazakhstan is looking at. Umuskaya kept in play. Ezao. That's rejected. Nowhere to go for Biryukova.
That was a good block because Maliwan Pradnarong is so much smaller than Olga, but she was able to stop her hit from entering their side of the court.
Fraser, long.
Ooh. Now they can breathe because they were really tensing up because it was Fraser who was going to serve that ball.
17-22. Buryakova, the push to the back row. That's a missed hit by Spellman.
Yeah, it seemed like that ball slipped on the fingers of Spellman. Mistimed her jump and her hit.
Thailand inching in closer to the finish line of this third set. Here's Ngok. And she makes up for it.
Right away. There's that back set. No blockers there.
Power. Net touch. Net touch.
Yeah, I think that net touch was from Sana Anarkolova.
And it is now set point for Thailand.
Set point. Serving number 1, Liwan Trapnaro.
Set up job. Yes, neatly done. Arnokolova.
Yeah, that's her favorite spot, zone 1, that area. Her hits are normally geared towards that area.
Saving one set point now. Combination. Does not go through. They put it away. Oh, she's caught with her hand in the cookie jar. She had the right thing in mind, but took her eye off the ball most likely. Yes, go ahead, please.
Thai team stays alive. That was an easy ball over. But there goes that setup. It was just too tempting for her not to do a tip over.
And Thailand takes the third set down 2-1 in the set count. More volleyball action in the Asian Women's Club Championship after this.
leading 2-1. Game captain for Altay BC Kazakhstan, number 9, Elena Lubovskaya.
Right.
Thailand, they've gotten a second win here. They picked up that third set at 25-19.
And the Kazakhs have to dominate once again on net defense. But you can see the resilience of the Thai team. Even if they've been blocked by the Kazakhs, they find ways and means to get their balls through.
Underway, set number 4. Big shot by Spellman, neutralized. That is through, Fraser.
That's a good start for the Thai team.
And we've got the serve now. Get Pard, the setter. Nicely done.
That's a faster play. They need to have more of those fast plays so that they could get through or go through the blocks of the Thai team.
Kristina Anikonova taking care of equalizing the tally at 1 point apiece. Again, this is the battle for third in the Asian Women's Club Championship. That is clearly out of reach.
And Olga has been doing a good job at the service zone in the past sets. She's also gained some points from the service area.
Yes, indeed. Olga Beryukova.
2 serving 1.
They go to Ashley Spellman. Get Pard, keeping it in play. Ngok. Spellman. Block. Third longest rally. Yes!
And that long rally was ended by Sana Anarkulova. She angled that hit. There was a blocker in front of her. But a single blocker is easy to avoid for a tall player like Sana Anarkulova.
3 serving 1.
3-1. Sails done neatly. Dug up cleanly as well. Spellman gets it to roll in.
Did you see how Irina Lukomskaya just backset that ball, and it was so perfect? That was a good play.
Yes, indeed. 4-1, Kazakhstan coming out of the gates, charging strongly now. That is outside.
Yeah, that ball went wide.
Still serving, number 3.
Kazakhstan, Altay BC ahead by 4, fourth set. Better back row digging now. Huliga, but out.
That's an off-the-block hit from Maliwan.
Was caught.
Big smile on her face.
Yeah, so we say you're caught. But that was out of reach. Nice serve. Like a bullet coming out of a gun. Sometimes that's too long.
Yeah, there was an extra hop in her approach, in Haley's approach, and that probably caused the long ball.
Ashley Fraser serving.
Fraser to serve.
Good first ball.
Yes, by Sadjakova. Get Pard. A lot of jousting, battling at the net. Back row strike. Kept in the play.
You know what Willavan did there? She just tapped that ball onto the hands of the blockers. It wasn't a strong hit. She played with the blockers. See, she just let that ball graze through the hands of the blockers with an angle.
4-5. Sajukova handling it well. So does Ashley. Blocked. Kicked. Sajukova circling down. It is out. We're tied at 5.
This is a better ball game than the first 2 sets. First 3 sets. I mean, now you can see everybody's now awake, doing a good job with those foot saves there.
And Sajukova has been the target of Fraser. In the meantime, that is delivered upon by Spellman.
Spellman, that time when she hit that ball, you could see the frustration because she wasn't able to hit that ball as cleanly as she wanted to in the past setups, but that one really just made up for it.
6-5, that is outside.
And service alive.
And some fatigue now beginning to creep in.
Now serving. Volleyball Bangkok.
Ngoc will serve at 6 apiece. Sajukova. Did not cross over.
It's 4 touches.
You know, I really think fatigue is setting in
Yeah.
because the Kazakhs have been receiving really strong balls from the Thai team, and that's not an easy thing to do.
Yeah. Can't do it all afternoon long. Here's Ngoc.
Nice play there from Irina Lukovskaya. Spellman just came from nowhere.
Yep, indeed. And it is now all sewn up together at 7.
Facing Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan will serve.
Release Spellman.
Spellman to do the honors. Easy going. Kept in play by Spellman. Runner inside.
Nasha Safronova. First technical timeout and set
And number 14, Safronova scoring there. Timeout taken at it's the technical timeout.
All bad ball where we put corner, please, little inside. They are kill, but clean pass, okay? Maybe don't come service. Clean do after they are kill. Believe me, open ball after they are difficult kill. They the pass. Ball inside, they are block after strong kill. Back ball, this is not action, strong attack. After the pass, please, please, please now ready. Now ready for attack. Please, clean pass, kill ball. Kill ball now.
Well, Coach Canbulat in that last tactical timeout was saying we need a clean ball because Spellman is ready for those attacks.
8 serving 7.
Well, even at the back, she can do an attack. And in front, well, you've got Safronova and Anarkulova. So big attackers. All they need are good, clean balls. First balls, but that's going to be very difficult whenever Plumjit takes the lead.
Plumjit Tingkao.
Nice. Look at that. The blockers weren't ready for her. It was such a fast play. Blockers weren't even ready.
Yes, and we are tied at 8. Push. That was too easy.
Yeah. Safronova, very smart move there. No need for hard hits when you can just tip that ball over for an easy point.
Now serving number 2.
Alessia Safronova made it 9-8. Just above the net now. Push into the back row. Perfectly done.
Now this is going to be difficult for the Thai team because Olga is in front already. So you have to have those blocks set up for Olga.
And Olga Beryukova has given Kazakhstan Altay VC a 2-point lead. They lead in the set count 2-1.
There's an overreaching there called on the Kazakhs.
Willivan with the serve.
Willivan serve. Back row. That is full extension. That is short.
Her hand, her hand was a little bit low. That's why when she hit that ball, it went straight to the net.
And a 2-point lead just dissolves in a matter of moments. Nice push. Nice push. Smart play.
Again, Safronova really just seeing that hole in zone 4.
And they're back in front by 1. In play. Exchange of placement shots. No problem that time for the libero. Chankar, and that's down.
You know, it was, you could see that Willivan was going to tip that ball over with her approach and the position of her hand, but it wasn't read well by the floor defense of the Kazakhs.
And we are tied at 11.
Now serving.
From Jitin Kao. Crawls over the net and throws off the Kazakhs completely. (12-11).
Now there's a bit of a momentum here with the Thai team.
From Jitin Kao.
Still alive.
Yes, indeed. Tracked down nicely. Ashley is caught. They reverse it. That is not caught. Block, finding the opening.
There was only one blocker there for Ngokwa. And when the back set came, the blocker was late. Olga was late.
And it was done so quickly, actually. Sometimes volleyball is not just power and strength. Some quickness has to be uncoiled as well.
Right.
From Jit. Blocks.
That was by Varbanova, Vanya Varbanova, one of the imports of the Kazakhs team.
Her şey yapıyoruz ya. We do everything wrong. Everything. Oh, ya Dido, relax now. Ya classic play. Normal receive. We play classic. We don't do stupid mistakes. This is good. Normal. I don't want extra. Please, through front pass, through center, through.
Hey, get a kick out of Buran Saik's Kanbulat's attempts to speak in English.
Well, all he said there was go back to the basics, go back to the classic play, normal play, no need for extra.
No hanky-panky monkey business for this particular set because we're down 14-12 now.
And that last hit finished well by Varbanova from Bulgaria.
And Serving.
Ngok reaching it over. Ezao keeping it in play from the back row.
A sharp hit from the back row by
Anarkulova.
yes, Anarkulova.
And again, it's tightening up. Just a 1-point lead for Bangkok Glass.
Sana Anarkulova is also a member of the Kazakhstan's national team.
Nice reverse. Spellman kept in the air. The recycle. Gepard. Ngok.
That ball hit the antenna. That's why it was called out.
Looked clean though, but it is not going to be so. 15-13. Thailand threatening to equalize the count. And threatening again. 16-13. Second technical timeout. Thailand ahead.
Plays, and that's why they have taken the lead 3 points up.
And her leadership has been most valuable. She's trying to calm down her team when they are in dire straits. Top set. Open. It is 17-13.
That was just too easy for Wenti Ngokwa.
And Coach Kanbolat can't believe what he just saw. This should be interesting to listen to.
Why you don't see? Ya sizin sevginizdeki hiç ya. Ya ne kadar aptalsınız siz ya. Ya birbirinizle game don't do nothing. We lost match. We lost match, girl. Why don't try 6 and 4? Send the player you keep on. Ya every right now I get some bad mistake. Yok ya
And that was a mouthful.
Yeah, because Coach Kanbolat could not believe what's happening. They easily got the first 2 sets, talked about the Kazakhstan team, and then suddenly now,
Why are we still here?
right, they seem to be at a loss as to how to defend their zones.
Coach Fabio Menta of the Philippines said early, I don't want to stay on the court more than 1 hour. Let's get out of here. That's long. Thais were hoping for a check ball there, but no, won't be so.
Now serving, number 17, Vanya Varbanova.
Varbanova. Ngok. Ezao. Anarkulova. One-handed set.
It seemed really easy for Ponpun to save that ball and put it up. You can just imagine the strong fingers that she has. Look at that. It was even perfect distance, perfect height for Ngokwa.
I said to say, so silly. Yours.
Yeah, here you go.
Yours.
Number 17 is out.
Giving it to you.
Number 17, Varbanova of Kazakhstan is out. Still close and tight though. What Kazakhstan needs is to obtain the serve.
Good first ball there.
That's out. 19-14.
Yeah, that was really high. There was no touch there.
Sadyokova, the libero of Kazakhstan,
Serving
has had
Ashley Fraser.
her share of punishment this afternoon.
Good setup.
Yes, they'll score out that.
That was a really good setup by Lukomskaya. She came from so far, and yet she was able to put that up just right for Sana Anarkulova.
And it's a 4-point
Serving for Kazakhstan, number 18.
fourth set.
Kristina Nikanova.
Nikanova will be serving. Fraser. Gepard. That's blocked. The blocking also of Kazakhstan has sort of melted down as well. The attack. Yes, a big block. Look, celebrating.
The approach of Sana made the Thai team read the offense of the Kazakhs, and you know it was almost just a one-man set blocker there in Ngokwa.
Ngokwa Nguyen Thi, who, as you said, is the Vietnamese guest player.
Yes.
That serve sharp. That's blocked. And it'll stay down. Arnakulova. Nobody picked her up for the prom.
It seemed like the Thai team knows exactly where Anarkulova is going to bring her ball. That's why they're able to cover that plane.
The defense has simply tightened up for Thailand. Here's Ngok. Long. It's long.
Is long. Submissions for Altay.
Ngok was actually appealing her case. Some changes in the Kazakh lineup. German is in. So is Santos Perez. German saw brief action in the previous set. 21-16 tally here, fourth set. Good sized crowd to watch the volleyball action. But still the gold medal match to be played. Featuring China and Japan.
That's going to be an exciting match to watch.
Rank number 6, Santos Perez. That's an ace.
That is out of reach. They could not handle it. Maliwan and Chow Kao tried to track it down.
It's very difficult to receive a strong serve when you're receiving it sideways. You have to square your shoulders to the ball so that you could have full control.
To me, that kind of play was called best effort. Let's see if we can keep it in play. Oh, excellent digging by Santos Perez. In play, Chupar! Yes, sir!
When Plumjit hits that ball, she doesn't just bring the ball over. She looks for those zones that are difficult to receive. Look at that, how that landed.
Look at the hand action.
Yes.
She let her hand do the dialing, so to speak. 22-17. Santos Perez to German.
And German putting that ball in between those blockers.
22-18, still not yet over.
Now serving, Sana Anarkulova.
Anarkulova to serve. Into the middle.
Plumjit has a performance of her life here from one point to another. I mean, now it's in a different location.
And Gepard knows it. She's going to Plumjit almost exclusively now. Chenka keeping it in play. That's missed. But they score!
They are going solely to Plumjit. I mean, now, even if she makes a mistake, her fingers are just so strong that when it hits the ball, it directs it to a zone that's empty. Look at that. No one right there. Santos Perez was late.
Thailand threatening to ice this at 2 sets apiece.
Plumjit again.
That push does not work. The strike. Kept in play. Chankao. Gepard tried to go to the open spot. German was there. Chankao. Push. This could take a while. Yes!
That was a tiring rally with all those hard-hitting balls. I mean, it's not easy to receive those kinds of balls.
And they may have paid a big price. One of the players just got injured on the Kazakh side, but the crowd enjoying this.
Serving number 14.
You can't afford to have Olga injured at a time like this.
Not now. Olga Biryukova maybe a bit of cramps also. One set point has been saved. Lumjit gave it to Gepard too long. Two set points have been saved now.
Seems like Olga Biryukova is really hurt.
It's cramps now. Could be cramps.
Timeout.
He's stiffening up.
Thailand.
Concern on both sides of the floor. Two set points have now been saved by Kazakhstan.
And you can hear the seventh man of Thailand. That's the crowd cheering them on.
Alesha Safronova.
Number 3.
Anikonova with the block.
Blocking of Kazakhstan suddenly made a return flight. Lumjit is caught.
And that was a relief for Kazakhstan, being able to block Lumjit.
Long, and that hurts. We are going into a fifth set.
25 to 21.
It was a good fourth set. There were a lot of hard hits. There were a lot of plays that, were just slow, aiming the open zones. But Lumjit did a fantastic job in the latter part of that set. With all So let's see how both teams are going to face each other this time around. You can see in the court right now, the Kazakhs team are jumping. They're trying to get their energy level up.
Yep. And you know, I wouldn't be surprised. There's quite a large Thai community in the Philippines as well.
Kazakhstan number 9. Ina Lomskaya.
And a lot of fans for the Thai team. It's like what you said earlier, Seb. We always go to Thailand for tutorials, so to speak, for volleyball. And that's why the Thai is close to the heart of the Filipinos.
I mean, nothing away from Kazakhstan that has showed some grit here, despite the fact that they lost their handle on the third and fourth sets. Let's get going. First serve of the fifth.
Gets the first point for Thailand.
That's a quick point there from Ngokwa.
And you know, Ngok has played well in the fourth set straight into this fifth.
Now serving, Ashley Fraser.
Here comes Fraser. Cannonball!
Oh!
Service ace.
She targeted Sana Narkulova. Is she going to target her again? She does.
Top set. Excellently done by Lomskaya. Spellman. Rock is caught. Too many tentacles there. Net touch. And it is 3-0.
Good blocking there from the Kazakhs. It's unfortunate that there was a net infraction.
You know, it's a psychological battle at this point. The Kazakhs are still thinking of the two-set lead that they lost. Now there's a timeout taken. Let's see if we can sneak in to the Kazakh timeout with Coach Kanbulat.
Maybe out. I say directly right. Hey, now one. Hey, давай, go direct.
Давай! Антикопи разные, ждите подачу, сложная, внимательно.
Action resumes.
Serving, Ashley Fraser.
Fraser wastes the serve.
That was a good timeout there by Coach Kanbulat.
That really has an effect on the rhythm
Yes.
of the server, especially with a cannonball serve like hers. 1-3. Fifth sets are never easy. You have to play good percentage volleyball and at the same time take a few risks. That's a joust. That's a risk.
Yeah, that was won by Spellman.
2-3 count.
2, serving 3.
Look at that. Excellent joust at the net. That's inside.
Oh, that's it.
Nice angled hit there from Ngokwa. Did you see how she manipulated that ball, twisting her arm a little bit just to redirect the ball? There goes her approach, and there goes that twist of the arm.
And you know, Porn Gedpard is a ballet dancer in the air.
Right, very graceful.
That serve is long.
She is not exactly svelte. She is a strong woman, but the way she contorts her body is a marvel to watch.
Now serving, number 18, Christina Anikonova.
Yes! Yes!
And that combination play has proved to be successful
I agree.
ever since the first, second sets.
Watch it.
they thought it was going to be Plumjit who was going to hit that ball because she was established, well established by Ponpun.
Excellent point. That's why in your team you want everybody to be a threat. That's out of reach. And Thailand now jumps in front by 3.
Kazakhstan has to regroup. They have to be able to stop Maliwan's service.
Well done.
Safronova also with a little twist on her arm.
We have German coming back in, as well as number 6, Santos Perez.
Santos Perez is in. Another substitution. Number 9 is out. Number 7, Ina German is in.
Four to 6. Santos Perez to serve. The referee from Chinese Taipei is a fast worker. He doesn't wait too much time in seeing the rotation and seeing that the subs are properly filled up. Oh, the money.
Cleanly done there by Willavan. The blockers were inside, so she put that ball at the side of the blockers, very well placed.
You know, just when you thought that you'd forgotten about Willavan, Willavan Apinyapong, then suddenly she says, "I'm here."
Yeah.
Oh!
And now you could see why this Thai team has been champions of the ABC in the past years. Their system is just working well for them.
And they were resilient.
Yes.
They did not succumb to the pressure of being down by 2 sets. They could have just folded up their tents,
Right.
went home to Bangkok and said, "Sorry, didn't happen." But they said, "Let's crawl back."
That's right. Very resilient. Ponpun doing a good job. Thai team there rejoicing because they hit 8 first.
Pinyapong. German is caught!
No coverage there for the Kazakhs. A great block there. Block fast from Plumjit and Ponpun.
And Thailand, Bangkok Glass, inching in closer to the bronze medal. It didn't seem that way. 2 sets back.
9 serving 4.
And the meltdown just continues.
You know, this Thai team is really just piling on the pressure on the Kazakhs team.
Exactly. And it is now a 6-point lead. Pinyapong has been there almost forever now.
Number 17, is in.
The grittiness, the edge, and the swagger of the Kazakhs disappeared after that 3rd set, really.
That's right. You noticed that.
It seemed like they were on their way. Anyway, here comes an opportunity to roar back.
A lot of heat in that hit there from Safronova.
You know, Safronova, even in that set, that 4th set with which they lost, kept on plugging away, even if the course was really out of reach. And it's a 5-point lead now. 5 serving against 10.
That wasn't very hard for Plumjit to do. In fact, it was fun. Look at that. Single blocker there. Took advantage of it. She had the height in her jump. And she put that ball in just when the blocker was on her way down.
Yeah, we see 2-0 after we see Salak, stupid mistake, everything we lost. More we lost. We are stupid play, we lost 2-0 after stop. Everybody think match finish, don't finish. Now again don't finish. Now match again don't finish.
Oh boy, this setter of Thailand just is so impressive.
Serving for Bangkok.
And you know, she's not even the number one setter of Thailand.
Yeah. Pornpun get part. I just like the way she's so creative.
Yes, indeed.
You have no idea where she's going.
Look at that save. Oh, wow. Even with that misreceive, an excellent save there by Willa Van. They made something out of that off receive. Look at that save. It goes up, giving Pornpun time to set up a play, and they finish it well.
Veryakova is back in the match. Hold out Barbanova. Here's Pranjit. Kept in play. Fraser.
Fraser was facing cross court, but she put that ball down the line. That's why the floor defense of Kazakhstan was late.
Thailand now 2 points away.
Serving five.
That is going to bring them to match point.
It was well read by the blockers of Thailand that the ball was going to go to Spellman and she was going to come from the back line. So they were prepared when to go up for that block.
Number five. Close it. Big out.
The serve. That could have been tracked down by Plumjit, but she had her back turned to the ball.
Yeah, that was a good save by the foot of, was that Ashley Fraser's foot?
I think they were
No,
all,
it was Willa Van's.
I think they were all surprised that the ball was still in
Right.
in play. Yeah.
Number 14, Anisha Safronova.
Still at match point. That'll do it. That'll do it. Rather anticlimactic with all the power that was uncorked here today. But that'll do it. Thailand, Bangkok class, picking up third spot. It's so frustrating for Kazakhstan because they led practically all the way.
Yes, the Thai team really just had their system in place. They did not panic. The first two sets were won by the Kazakhs team. They had the momentum coming into the third set. But the energy of the Thai team picked up in the last two